Lesson 21, page 27. This is Michael Tiapoudas with Patriarch of Saltophiles, and we continue with a new idea, sharps and flats. This is a diesis or a sharp that you see below the apostrophos, and it's easy to remember that it's sharpening that note in the sense that is making it a little bit higher than its natural position. It's easy to remember that, I said, because if you can see, it's kind of like pushing up. Okay, it's like pushing that note up, and that's a mnemonic device for you, maybe to remember what the diesis does. It's a sharp diesis because it's kind of pushing up, and here you have an ephesis or a flat, and it's like pulling down. Okay, so the way that I always remember them is this pushing up and pushing down on a note. And basically what it does, it makes the note a little bit lower or higher, depending if you have a diesis or an ephesis. Higher if it's diesis, lower if it's ephesis. Okay, for the first time here, we're starting with an arsis. So remember thesis και arsis χρόνος ένας. So you need to hit the thesis first, and this ison is going to go on the arsis. Ni, ni, zoni. If I didn't have this diesis, I would say ni, zoni. Now with the diesis, I say ni, zoni, pavu. But I also have that grave, that varia. So here we have a number of things going on. You have this gorgon that makes this on the arsis. So you need a thesis so you can have an arsis, because it's thesis and it's arsis making one bit. So you need the thesis so you can have the arsis. Then you have the varia that is affecting the ison, that is making it heavier. And then you have the diesis on the zo. Okay, so ni, zo, ni, zo, ni, pa, vu, pa. Do you remember we said that sometimes the varia has a downward bow? That's the case here. Actually, that was the case there too. But because you had that diesis there, and this ni and zo were very, very close to each other, you didn't really have much room to bow, if that makes sense. So from the beginning, ni, zo, ni, pa, vu, pa, vu, ga, di, ke, zo, ke, di. I don't say ke, zo, ke, di. Don't say that because I have that flat, that ephesis. Ke, zo, ke, di. But I also have the psiphiston. Ke, zo, ke, di, ga, ke, di, ga, vu. Μαρτυρία του βου, διατονική μαρτυρία του βου, not χρωματική. Ni, pa, vu, pa, 1, 2, 3, ni, 1, 2, 3, ni. Ni, zo, ni, pa, vu, pa, vu, ga, di, que soy, que diga, vos, ni pa ni. That was Paralagi, and Melos we have Paderayon Kea Yion Pnevma Triada Sion Okay. The priest is going to make a declamation, and then this time we start from the diatonic D, and we have a new combination of characters. We have an oligon with an ison and candimata on top of it. This oligon does not do anything, does not have any effect, might as well not be there. You can just ignore that thing. The way I've heard old chanters talk about these kind of situations is that the oligon is kind of like the platter that is serving that ison and candimata. Okay? It doesn't have any effect. Di que diga que diga vu. Echomen proston Kyrion. Since you are on vu, one up, ga. Ga vu pa ni pa vu pa ni. By the way, each one of them have 4 complete beats, 1 for the character, 3 for the triple. Axion Gedi Geon. And the last comment I'm going to make is notice how each of these characters that we talked about comes into play. And if you listen old seasoned chanters, traditional chanters, when I say old, I don't mean only old age like seasoned, but maybe from different recordings 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years back. Like, for example, Iagovos Nafpliodis, who is the earliest recordings that we have, I think, from 1918. You're going to hear all of these little things that they're doing with their voices. We call them laryngismi. And if you're very careful, you can see things that sometimes are written down on paper and sometimes are not written down on paper. For example, in this case, something that you can see on paper, this candimata. Axion. Look how smoothly they connect it. Almost as if there is not a different note there, like a slur. That's the effect of the candimata. Okay, thank you so much. I'll see you next time.